So this is a surprise. This is a surprise, lads. I had a couple of videos planned and I'm in shock. Genuinely in shock with this. So 2K have pretty much gone and... Well, not 2K. Jesus, the Fever. I'm so making 2K videos. I have 2K in my head. The Fever have pretty much gone and said, you know what? We're working out as the Indiana Fever. One thing that I do respect... I respect it that the players in Unrivaled are not repping Fever merch. Just as a general rule of thumb. As a rule of thumb, while you are playing in Unrivaled, you absolutely should not be wearing WNBA merch. Also, while you're in the WNBA, you shouldn't be wearing Unrivaled merch. I think they're both of equal severity. Both of those things. And I think it's good that they're not it's not happening. That being said, the Indiana Fever working out together is big. That is genuinely an important thing for this team. It's an important thing for these players, and it's an important thing to see what's going on with the league and to see the way they're feeling. Because I stand by this. The Indiana Fever are one of those teams. I think every single one of those players are at all costs, there needs to be a season. That would be my assumption, that every single player in the Indiana Fever is we need a season. No matter what, we need a season. But the fact is that they are working out in Unrivaled. It is genuinely one of those things where the Fever are absolutely, I'm not going to say anything they're this top class organization. I think they've become a top class organization. They haven't been. They've been poverty for a while. But I like that there's a split between the non-unrivaled and the unrivaled. And I mean, Lexi Hull's wearing a top that says something tennis club. Kelsey Mitchell's repping Unrivaled. Ari McDonald's in a fucking walking boot again. Oh my! By the way, Ari McDonald, I feel bad for her. Please, she is the most injury-prone fucking player in the league. Ari McDonald has not had a healthy. She's going into year 6. She hasn't been healthy since year 2. She got injured badly in 2023, injured in 2024, injured in 2025, now injured in Unrivaled. She just can't seem to stay healthy, albeit she is wearing a WNBA top. So, yeah, it's kind of cool seeing the Indiana Fever working out together. It's cool seeing, Caitlin Clark working out with these Fever players. And it's good seeing Steph White going down to Miami to work with, I'm not even going to say her players, because technically they're not her players right now. And there is a big difference in terms of the mentality. And by the way, I think it is an us versus the world mentality when it comes to the Fever players. You see it at All-Star Weekend. All the players were hanging out with each other, but the Fever players all went together. All the other players, they have, all these players have friends on different teams. But when they're in the stands, it's the Fever players bunched up together. And obviously with it being in Indiana, that kind of helped. This team, look, I hate saying that the team relies heavily on the power of friendship, but the team relies heavily on the power of friendship. This is not something that can be overstated. This team heavily relies on the power of friendship. And that, great. You know what? Great. The Indiana Fever working out together and being one of these super close teams, it helps. Anyone being Kobe and Shaq hated each other and it worked. Yeah, it did. That's the exception, not the rule. When players don't like each other, it normally doesn't work out. When players don't like the situation they're being in, even if it's not on a personal level, it normally doesn't work out. KD and the Warriors long-term didn't really work out. Why did it not work out long-term? Because in general, KD just wanted he wanted his props. Didn't feel like he was getting it. So in general, so he just went and left. He just got up and left. So yeah, like again, it is what it is. And when it comes down to it, the Fever are a team that are going to be stick together. And by the way, people are like, "Oh, free Kelsey." Free Kelsey is my favorite thing ever. Like, it's genuinely one of my most hilarious things ever. Being like the free Kelsey, get her out of Indiana. Kelsey Mitchell has talked nothing but positively about Steph White. And by the way, Steph White's even if I actually don't think long term Steph White and the Fever are going to be a match made in heaven. I don't think Steph White with Caitlin Clark's style of ball will work. And I think that there's a non-zero chance that Steph White takes Kelsey Mitchell with her wherever she goes. I don't know long term if the trio of Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, and Leah Boston work out. Or with Stephanie White as the coach. But she needs a shot. Stephanie White has earned a shot. She's absolutely earned a chance. Because people are like, championship windows are small. Not when your two best players are 24 years old. Absolutely, Steph White, Breanna January, Austin Kelly. This coaching staff has earned a chance. And by the way, this Rob Dozier guy seems like he's legit. Amber Cox there in the background. Hopefully she's actually recruiting and not just running it back. Because, look, if we get a fucking crippled backup point guard and Kelsey Mitchell as the run point guard, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I don't know what, like, by I say that, I'm going to do nothing. I'm realistic. We're all going to do nothing. That being said, it's good seeing the team working out together. It is. This is a big positive. At the Indiana Fever team are literally out here working out that they are let's be real. Like, again, they are, for lack of a better word, like, the way some teams are like, oh yeah, we were like family. That there's no question about that. That is the way the Fever are like. I think everybody's kind of in agreement with that one, that the Indiana, if there's any team in the WNBA that is quote unquote like a family, that it's the Indiana Fever right now. That is absolutely the Indiana Fever. But yeah, look, it is this is a big one. This is a really big one here. Seeing this team working out together, and I mean, I don't know, it kind of gives you a bit of positive optimism when, like, short term anyway. I don't know what there is to be optimistic about, because, like, you've got people that have, like, ran MLB teams saying that, like, the league could literally end. That it's so bad that if the players don't budge, the WNBA is just done. That it's like if the players are so dead set on, like, the revenue split, that the league is just done. And by the way, I mean this when I say this. This is not me like complaining about the players. Like, it's the players bet. The players are realistically betting on themselves. It is the mass, like, it could work out. Like, if the players strike and end the WNBA, it could work out, but it's a massive risk. And I don't believe that it is, with how important people deem women's sports to be, and this as a time for women's sports. I don't think taking the risk is good, because like, I don't know. I think it's a very, very risky move. But yeah, it's definitely clear that the Fever of all teams are definitely one that wants to be together. But anyway, I'll see you guys.